Get over to Ruben Bresler in the sideboard with our champions interview.
Hello and welcome to the sideboard. I am here with your Standard Open champion here in Baltimore, Zach Jesse. Zach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. You won the final Standard Open of this particular format in a mono black mirror, which is quite fitting. Why is mono black the deck to beat in the format?
I don't know. I think it's probably the best deck simply because it does so many powerful things. Like, most of their creatures are must-answer threats, and they have such inevitable long game with underworld connections. And the ability to Thoughtseize can't be understated because taking someone's best card is tantamount to winning sometimes.
Sure. And of course the power of Pack Rat in and of itself.
Yeah, Pack Rat is just absurd. If you play a turn 2 Pack Rat and it goes uncontested, I think you're very heavily favored to win that game.
Absolutely. Now, you were playing a little bit of an unusual card in your sideboard that we got to see in game 2 there.
Ratchet
Finals,
Bomb?
Which is Ratchet Bomb.
I actually also have one in my main deck.
Oh wow, main deck Ratchet Bomb. So you were planning for the mirror a lot.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily aimed solely at the mirror, but I think it has a lot of applications in the mirror. Like, I brought the second Ratchet Bomb in because, I think you saw that it keeps Pack Rat in check, which I think is the utmost important thing. Keeping your opponent off, going off with Pack Rat is, I think, the #1 way to secure victory in the mirror. And so that sort of like makes it so they can't, play 4 Pack Rats at the end of their turn and then just kill you.
Sure.
And it has a lot of applications in other decks, like it nukes all of the Master of Wave tokens. It gets rid of, any Advent of the Worm tokens if that's still being played. And aside from just, tokens, it also gets Detention Sphere in the sort of controlling mirrors, which goes a long way. If they trap, 1 or 2 things under Detention Spheres, being able to free up both of them is pretty big.
So, for those of you who aren't aware at home, you used to be a Star City Games writer.
A million years ago.
A million years ago, back long before any of us were even born.
Yeah.
But you're back here on the Open Series. You got a 9th in Indianapolis. You got first place here. You might be able to take a little bit of a run at buys. Is that anywhere on your radar?
I don't know. I have a wife now.
Oh, sure.
So playing a whole lot of Magic isn't really in the cards a lot of the time. The reason I was in India is I convinced her to go there to visit some friends. So I don't know, it worked out well for me.
Sure.
And I got caught in the snowpocalypse, or whatever you want to call it, and ended up having to find a couch to sleep on that night. So.
Well, and you also found a bed to sleep on here.
Yes.
A very entertaining bed to sleep on, because you thought you were going to go home yesterday.
Yeah, I have a brunch date with my sister who's in from out of town, scheduled at 11. So I was planning on going home last night and had to sleep on a friend's grandma's SpongeBob-themed bed last night.
That's the bed of champions,
yeah,
clearly.
Obviously.
And so, well, it clearly worked out for you today. Congratulations on your win once
Thank
again.
you.
Well done. Zach Jesse, your Standard Open champion, here from the sideboard, and we're going to toss it back to the booth.